Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of the Young People Takeover here on News in Motion. Today is Thursday, July 18th, 2024. Yes, it is Throwback Thursday. The same y'all know and love. But before we get started, if you enjoyed any of our well-spoken Wednesdays or talk about it Tuesdays during the month of July, be sure to let us know in the chat. And also be sure that we are and telling the young people as well what we enjoy about them bringing the news over here on News in Motion. If this is your first time tuning into News in Motion, first off, we just want to say welcome. If you're tuning in live with us here at 7:25 a.m., or if you're catching the replay, whether it be in the afternoon, the evening, or near the nighttime, we just want to say thank you for your support and tuning in. News in Motion is a news media outlet with relevant commentary and call to actions. We can be found on LinkedIn, YouTube, or any audio or podcast platform. Speaking of our audio and podcast people, thank you for turning those dials to NIM today. Make sure that we're keeping our eyes on the road. But if you're stationary, you have a chance to chat with us, hop on over to YouTube, which is YouTube, www.youtube.com/GailDudley.com to join in on the conversation for Throwback Thursday. Before we get started, just a few shout outs to our viewers. Good morning to you, Miss Shirley Nicholson. Good morning, Ready Media. Good morning, Miss Regina Shorts. And good morning, Miss Adrian, just to name a few of our viewers that are coming in the room. So, without further delay, let's get into it, y'all. We'll be right back after these brief intros.
News in Motion.
I just got to. Oh, we're here. Good morning.
Wow. Okay.
I had a little freestyle going on in my head. That song is just amazing. But good morning, everyone. It's the Young People Takeover here on News in Motion. I'm Isaiah Jones.
I'm Lexi Williams.
And we have Throwback Thursday here today. The topic for our Throwback Thursday is, I'm just going to let y'all know now so that way y'all ain't taking back, but the decade of the day is the 80s. So just keep that in your mind as we get ready for a Throwback Thursday. But that's going to be later on in the show. We got some headline news. So let's get ready and let's get right into it. Let's see. Good morning to you, Miss Kim Emerson. Good morning to you. Happy Throwback Thursday to you. So let's get started with our first headline news. Lexi, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
I know the chat ready. I know I'm ready. So let's get right into it. So with our first headline news, I know many of you have heard that President Biden has tested positive for COVID-19. So he's tested positive for COVID-19. This is being reported by NBC News. Biden tests positive for COVID-19 and will self-isolate in Delaware, White House says. President Joe Biden tested positive for COVID-19 on Wednesday while he was in Las Vegas for a series of events. In a statement, the White House press secretary, Catherine Jean-Pierre, says Biden tested positive following his first event in Las Vegas. He is vaccinated, boosted, and he is experiencing mild symptoms. He will be returning to Delaware where he will self-isolate and will continue to carry out all of his duties fully during that time. The White House will provide regular updates on the president's status as he continues to carry out the full duties of the office while in isolation. And Biden was already scheduled to be in Delaware after his trip to Las Vegas. Some of the symptoms that he has experienced is a runny nose, non-productive cough, and general malaise, which usually means, in layman's terms, just a slump, or he's not fully full of energy. So we're sending our well wishes to the president for a full and speedy recovery. COVID is still out there, y'all. So make sure that, We may not have as high numbers as we had these past few years, but it's still safe. But it's still just make sure that you're staying safe, and you're washing your hands frequently, and things of that nature. Lexi, how do you feel about not only Biden testing positive for COVID, but his other health concerns that's been brought up as well?
I mean, his health concerns it's concerning. Hate to say concern twice, but it's really concerning. But the best you could do is just pray for the president. You just like as you would any other person, your neighbor, your friend, just pray for his healing, that he gets better. Of course, is number one. But as in regards to politics, we just hope that it doesn't become the downfall. Ooh, excuse me, the downfall of his presidency. Of him running for president, will that become an issue in the long run? When he starts running, and if the former guy and him are going head to head again, like full throttle, will his health concerns be one of the main issues for why he couldn't run again, and that end up turning or swaying in the wrong direction just because of that. So of course, like we talked about the other day, the best-ish case would be if Kamala Harris were, if he were to pass it off to Kamala Harris. But we were just told this morning about how President Biden has become more open to Democrats, or he's been more receptive to hearing
Hmm.
arguments for leaving the race after the top Democrats aired their concerns. So, not saying that he's going to step down or give it to Kamala, but he's more open to hearing opinions. And I think as time grows, he may be, um, excuse me, as time passes, he may be swaying towards stepping down, possibly. But we never know, and we'll come to find out quite soon.
We will. Miss Shirley Nicholson says for the third time now in reference to Biden catching COVID. Good morning to you, Miss Marian Jackson, who's tuning in, who's joined the room. Kim Emerson put the praying hand emojis up for Joe Biden. And like Lexi said, President Biden, excuse me, is more receptive to hearing arguments, and that's being reported by New York Times. Um, we're not saying that he's going to do it, but he's just open to doing it. Um, so that raises the question that if the possibility does happen where he steps down, does Kamala Harris step up, or does you know Biden find somebody else to run for president? Because there are
Because he is 81 years old.
yeah, and there's also been reports that the, the Democratic Party feels like Miss Kamala Harris can't, handle the pressures of, running for something that big. And I wouldn't agree with them, but that running for president of the United States, that comes with a lot of power, prestige, and pressure. The three P's, that comes with a lot of those. So you have to be you have to be real careful if you do step down, who you're going to, pass that on to. Kim Emerson says, I'm glad he's finally open to the recommendation. He should be, like it's not, it's obvious. He's up there with age. Um, but that and factoring in like these latest health concerns, um, him almost forgetting like what to say at like these events and debates.
And
Um,
falling and tripping.
yeah, falling and tripping, all of that. It's not looking good for the president. So hopefully he can make a full recovery. Um, but if not, it's gonna look like Miss Harris, and so would that make somebody else? Wouldn't that make somebody else the vice president then? If
They'd
he
have
passed?
to elect somebody else to be president, yes. If
Okay,
she would step up as president, she would have to choose a running mate. Or the Democratic Party may have already chosen one for him, but just in case. You never know what's happening behind the scenes. So we could make the assumption that they might already have an idea for who the vice president's running mate would be if she were to step up and take the plate. But we'll see.
we will see. We shall see. Make sure we're gonna stay up to date on this stuff, on this information, and as more details come out, we will get those to you. This is also coming from CBS. This is live updates. These are being live from CBS. Live updates from Trump rally shooting investigation continues as new details emerge about assassination attempt. This was last updated around 5:35 a.m. New details continue to emerge in the investigation into the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump, who is now at the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee with his ears still bandaged and with increased security evident around him. It is being told that the gunman's motive in the Saturday's attack on the former president remains unclear. 5 days after he opened fire at Trump's campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, wounding Trump and two others and killing a rally goer. The U.S. Secret Service is facing mounting questions about the security flaws that enabled the shooter to fire from a rooftop near the rally. Details about the moments before the shooting are raising more questions. Cell phone video taken Saturday shows rally attendees pointing towards the shooter, later identified as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks, and trying to alert authorities into his presence a full 2 minutes before he opened fire. The fact that the Secret Service didn't really pay attention, and it took almost a full 2 minutes. Within that window, you know, the former guy could have been out of here. So I'm just gonna say that maybe they should take off the shades and be a little bit more vigilant. I get it was sunny out and stuff like that, but you know, that's what security checks are for. You have to make sure the perimeter is secured at all times. I'm not even trying to use security terms for real, because that's how they be on the walk, area secure, perimeter secure, stuff like that. But the fact that it almost took a whole 2 minutes is unacceptable. So I'm not saying, I'm not saying there's no snakes in the camp, but somebody wasn't on their post. Somebody wasn't on their due diligence. Miss Adrian says we have to remember aging is not a crime.
Aging isn't a crime. It's not. It's not. But holding legal documents. Maybe.
Who? Holding legal documents or encouraging an attack on the Capitol. That can also be a crime as well. But hey, what do we know, right? But Lexi, what about you? Do you have any headlines for us today? Maybe some national days or some historic facts about a Throwback Thursday?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little twist and turn this time. I'm gonna give you some good old facts for Throwback Thursday. So here we go.
All right, let's go.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lexi Williams. I am your youth ambassador in high school. Hey now, youth ambassador and special reporter for News in Motion. Hey now, we got it. Thank you to Auntie Gail and Ready Media team for allowing me to have this opportunity. Hello to YouTube, hello Facebook, hello LinkedIn. I hope your week has been as great as you are. So let's talk about what was here just 40 years ago. 40 years ago, what did we have? We had MTV. And please comment on anything that I say that you feel is extremely important to remember that we didn't have back then, but we don't have now. Opposite way around. We didn't have back then. We do have now. We have MTV, was in the 80s. Cell phones had just become about. The artificial heart had just become about, and DNA fingerprinting. I didn't know that was a thing. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. DNA fingerprinting back in the 80s, shocking. Some of y'all remember this who were gamers, Game Boy. I know that was a new thing. Disposable cameras that just came around. HDTV is just, that's crazy to think that HDTV just showed up in the 80s. Like, that's shocking. Just a little bit. Like, she just said hello, she introduced herself to the group in the 80s. Kids kids playing outside unsupervised is on this list. Because think about it. The kids nowadays, what they be doing? We be inside. I'm not gonna lie about it. We be inside. Like, I like to go outside personally.
Wait a second. Who's we? I was part of that group that, hey, we was told to go outside.
And come back home before the street lights on.
Yes, come back home for the street, and you ain't gonna be going in and out the house, wasting all that good air or letting the fly in.
Right, you ain't walking inside this house. If you want water, drink it out the hose.
Exactly. If you wanted water, you better come on now.
You better go. I know what you talking about. You stay outside. There ain't no inside my house. In and out.
I was part of that crew. Okay.
I was part of that crew too. I know what you talking about. Now the other kids, I don't know about them. I don't know. But what I know is I was stay outside. Don't you come back in here.
And then look, the thing is, the parents would tell you to go outside, and then once you came inside, they would complain about you smelling like outside. That's my thing.
I ain't gonna comment. No comment. You gotta be careful. Your mama might be on here. You don't know. Ooh, don't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble.
Oh, Miss Dr. Antoinette says Miss Pac-Man.
Yes, Miss
And
Pac-Man. What else
also
was in the 80s that y'all know about? I know. Listen here. If you know, you know. So go ahead.
Miss
There's no
Adrian.
judgment.
Miss Adrian says MTV was my teenage version of Spotify.
As
Okay.
it should have been. Them MTV. Oh, when the videos would come out, I remember my parents telling me they'd run home from school to see if they could catch the Michael Jackson videos when it was being featured for the first time on MTV. I was like, yep, yep, that's it, that's it.
Miss Kim Emerson said we stayed outside. Listen,
As
being
you should.
outside, if you and the thing is, before technology, you would have to ride your bike over to your friend's house to see if
Mm-hmm.
L, your other friends, was parked out there or like over there. Or like they would, if you saw the bikes in front of like the little green electric boxes, the little,
Right,
and
and
then
you was yep.
that's how
Mm-hmm.
you know. We didn't have no
We
finding
was in the same.
location.
I swear we was in the same apartment complex. I mean, we had the green boxes everywhere. You would play Ding Dot Ditch sometimes. Sometimes, not a lot. I wasn't that bad of a kid, y'all. I
Oh
was
no, see,
saved
I
and
ain't
like
never
right.
do no ding dong
Mm-mm.
ditch.
I wasn't. I was saved and like right. But sometimes my friends would. And if you had to make plans, you was making friends plans at school, and then we talk about. It, then we meet up
Like,
at so and so's house, and then
mm-hmm.
then the things would go down. Act like we was doing
Mm-hmm.
something.
Either you had a bike or you asked one of your parents to ride, but
A
you know
scooter or something.
that's
You was
something. And if you ain't never clicked your ankle on one of them scooters, you
don't
ain't
start.
living.
That's like the worst pain.
I'm
You
sorry.
got
I'm
the
sorry.
electric
I know.
scooters. Oh Lord, that's traumatic.
I know. I just don't like somebody's PTSD from their childhood from that. But listen, it was a canon event. Okay, it was necessary to build us into the people that we are now. If you ain't never hit that thing on the back of your ankle off a scooter, I'm sorry. You ain't have it, and you ain't
When you're
never
trying to
you
be
can
cool and do
leave.
like the whole little swerve move, when you like spin the whole
Exactly.
thing, be like, oh, I can hop back on it. No, you can't. No,
No,
you
you
can't.
can't.
You saw the MTV. That don't mean you do it. That does not mean that.
And the games and like the nothing. What are those called? The little handshake pads that they had.
Oh! This train goes down, down, baby, down
Yeah,
by the road. Cause sweet,
all
sweet,
of
baby. Yep. Mm-hmm.
that. Hopscotch, all of that. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's the way. I
I
like
like,
it.
come
Yeah.
on now.
That's all. Mm-hmm.
Listen, we
Rain down, waterfall, girl. You think you got it all? You don't. I do. So boom with your attitude. Oh my gosh,
I
that is like
remember
my
that one.
whole
Yep,
elementary.
I remember that one. I remember that
Mm-hmm.
one.
And then she said, "Wait, come back. I think you need a tic tac," and that's true for some of y'all today. But we're not gonna talk about it. No
And
tea, no
then
shade.
my favorite one of all time, lemonade, crunchy ice,
Ice,
pour once, pour twice. Like
lemonade, crunchy ice. Pour it
pour
once, pour
once,
it
pour
twice.
twice. Turn around, touch the ground, freeze. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
come, come on now. We were really outside.
Oh, we were, we were. Oh,
Outside was being outside was a good time. Dr. Antoinette says we were raised right. Thank
let's
you.
go.
We ain't want no. Miss Kim Emerson said, "Don't get in trouble, Isaiah."
Don't you get in trouble.
Um,
I listen. You. Mm-mm.
Miss Marion Jackson said that's how parents got children to take a bath to wash off the smell of outside. Dr. Annette Skies also says, listen, college professors knew when Michael Jackson was releasing videos and classes were adjusted.
I wish it was the same today.
Do you know
Mm.
what does that tell you about Michael Jackson? How much
Crazy.
how much aura he has.
It's
The
crazy.
fact that professors would know when he was releasing videos and they would adjust class.
That's a statement.
Uh, he, if Michael Jackson isn't in your top five, what are we
Yeah.
talking about?
Nowadays, no, you can't do that. We got all the electronics and stuff, so we can just catch it on the replay or whatever.
Exactly. We can just catch it on streaming, but it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have that same effect as to waiting for like the day of the video and then you rushing home and stuff like I didn't even
Mm-hmm.
experience that, but yet I know how it goes.
Let's see here. What up? We got some personal computers. We got calling someone to ask them out. You gotta call it instead of doing it. And you know how in the shows where you gotta call them in the 1990 shows, you
Yeah,
call them and be like, "Oh, you want to go out for something?" Oh, I guess. Or
and
you
then
gotta
and
go
then
with the
and
one
then
house phone that they got in the house, the one
the
phone.
possibility of the phone being picked up, and then now you got a three-way call, and then
And
somebody
yeah,
got to handle that. Come on now.
and then what you call it? New edition was like Mr. Telephone Man. There's something
Hmm.
wrong with my line. I gotta dial my baby's number. Get a
And I
click
get a
every
click
time.
every time.
Yep, there you know. There you go. You got it. You got it. You got the message. Oh Lord.
Miss Adrian says that was the starting area of Prince, Madonna, Janet Jackson, U2, Sydney Lupar. I hope I'm saying her last name right. MJ and many more.
Cyndi Lauper. You don't know who Cyndi Lauper is?
I thought I was
Oh
saying her name wrong, yo. My
Lord.
fault. My fault. I thought I was saying her.
Oh Lord.
What?
See, it's all y'all. It's always something every Throwback Thursday. Why? Why did I would like to make a statement, if you don't mind, with my Diana Ross shirt for the commemoration. I would like to say, why is it that I'm the younger one, and I don't know if this is the right way for y'all. So he don't get. I'm younger, and I rep more. That don't I see. I say, Auntie Latrice and Uncle Fred. I'm sorry. I'm on his behalf. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me tell you something. If you come to my house on Saturday morning or Sunday morning, you're gonna wake up to either on Sunday, it depends on the day. So Sunday you're gonna catch some gospel music to wake you up and start cleaning the house, or it's gonna be Saturday where we catch the 90s R&B or anything 70s or Soul Train or Commodores or Earth, Wind and Fire or the Spinners, and the beat goes on, all that. Do you even know who the Spinners are?
If maybe if I heard like a song like
Gladys
the
Knight and the
Schoolers.
Pips on the Midnight Train to Georgia. Oh,
Is that what they're called? The Schoolers?
the Spinners.
The
Spinners?
Spinners. Oh, the
Mm.
Spinners.
Still don't know. Oh Lord.
Nah.
It's okay. We just have grace. Grace. I'm trying to have grace. Dial up internet. That was a thing. I have to keep moving because if I don't keep moving, I'll be stuck on him the whole time. So we got to keep moving. Dial up internet. DVD players. Google was coming along. Motorola MicroTac. Oh Lord. Okay, now y'all, forgive me if I say this wrong. Fluo X time. Okay, it's like another version of Game Boy. So the other version, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's the Fluo X time. It's just a different version. The space shuttle was coming about. Video rental stores. I miss being in the video rentals. Oh my gosh.
Like like them Blockbuster stores.
Like the ones you get them for like $2, and you gotta rent them out and then you take them back. So instead of like the red box, right? It was the red box for the red box was the thing.
Yeah.
I remember.
Blockbusters. What were we not talking about Blockbusters?
Yeah, mine wasn't called no Blockbuster. Mine was called the green DVD shop. I forget where it's at, but I can see it in my head. See what I'm saying? There it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Arcades was just coming around. Crocs was just. It is called Blockbuster. Well, excuse me. Oh Lord. In my head, it wasn't called Blockbuster. I saw the little DVD sign on the store. You know how your memory be seeing stuff and you think that's what it is? It's not. It's okay. Crocs was just coming around. The video rental store. That's what it is. That's what I was thinking.
See, I told you. Wait, did you say Crocs were coming around?
Yeah, Crocs were coming around. They sure were.
Whoa, wait. Like the Crocs.
Like the Crocs that we wear today. Like our generation, like Crocs, like.
Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. This is new for me. Hold on. I thought Crocs was like a recent thing.
No, Crocs have been here since the 80s, apparently. So they were cooking them up. They were chefing it up, and then our generation got a hold of them, and they're booming. They're making some money, child. So much money.
I was today years old.
You was today years old. Oh, Lord. I got my cheetah Crocs upstairs. I'm not afraid. I got my work Crocs and my cheetah Crocs. Praise God for the Crocs. This is the most comfortable shoes I've ever owned.
Oh, this changes everything.
It changes everything. It makes a difference. Yeah, but now I know for sure we don't really have like video rental stores like we used to in the 80s. So I don't
with
think that's
everything
really
being streaming now.
Yeah, we streaming. That's what streaming's for. That's why people don't even get no cable. Not anymore. Gosh, what else? There's so much. Big hair. Big hair was one thing that came up on the list.
Oh, Miss Jones says they were called jelly bean shoes back then, not Crocs. Oh.
I was today years old. I guess we all learned something new.
Jelly bean I mean, I can kind of see why they would be called jelly bean shoes, because if you look at them from like a distance, they kind of look like a shape of a jelly bean.
Yeah, I can see that. You know, they're comfortable though. I'll take that.
Oh yeah, especially if you
Because
put them
now
in
we got
skate
Croc
mode.
heels, we got Croc sandals, we got Croc flip flops, Croc everything. Croc, don't they got Croc tennis shoes? I'm pretty sure.
Hey, don't get me wrong. Don't get me
Speaking
wrong.
of it, did y'all get your copy your deals yesterday on Prime Day like I told you to? No, I know I did. I did. I sure did buy a few things. Mm-hmm.
I did give me something off of Amazon. You know,
You did? I got
yeah,
mine for a good deal.
just something slight.
Mm-hmm.
Something,
Got some
something.
shoes. It was good to me.
And you also said disposable cameras,
Oh yeah, disposable cameras. Yep, yep.
like
Columbia
like
House Record
the
Club.
Polaroids,
Huh?
the
Yeah,
Polaroids.
like the new ones that we got nowadays. There's the old version. Yeah. So it's
The
like,
one that you could
then
take out and you
supposedly you
had
got
to,
to fan that sucker real good.
you had to fan it,
Mm-hmm.
blow on it a little bit.
Just a little bit, just a little bit.
Okay.
Got Nagel paintings and shopping malls and arcades were just coming around like we said earlier. But yeah, that's kind of what was there like about 40 years ago, y'all. That's
Game
40,
Boys and
42-ish
Ataris.
years ago. Because what is it, 2025 for? Oh Lord, I'm rushing us a year. I'm rushing us a year. 2020 class of 25 though. Hey y'all in the house, class of 25. Just saying, best class ever. Um, but yeah,
Miss Latrice Jones says our jellies were quite the fashion. Oh, I believe it. I believe it. That
they're
were
in
like,
fashion today.
oh yeah, well, probably rocking the jellies with like a nice sweatshirt, some jeans,
Oh
maybe.
yeah,
You know, they they were called jellies though.
it's interesting.
Oh, the mullet hairstyle.
Yeah, let us know. What else do you guys know from the 80s that I didn't mention? Maybe I didn't mention it, or something that you favored back then, something that you used to do. Ooh, I know for the ladies and the guys too. Did you guys have posters in your room? Who did you have posters of? Because me, I
Mm.
had posters of Avengers and did I have my Michael Jackson poster yet? I had pictures. I had like pictures that I made into a poster. Mm-hmm.
I mostly had like wrestling posters in my room.
Mm-hmm.
I maybe I had like a few. Did I ever have a Transformer poster? I don't think I did, but I know for a fact I had like wrestling posters.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Dr. Annette Sky says jellies were from the 70s. I had them in every color and they cost $6. They sell them now online for $800 and up.
$6 for Crocs. Oh, I
Listen,
wish I would see the day. I wish
listen.
I could see the day. I tell you that now.
Oh, cassette tapes.
Cassette.
Okay.
Oh yeah, all the cassette tapes.
The cassette tapes. And then Miss Kim Emerson says MJ and Prince were on her walls.
Now let's talk about just a little bit because I gotta get this inspirational message. But who would oh boy, was Michael Jackson or Prince better?
You asking me?
Mm-hmm. And I Am Family.
See, man, every
Is
time
it Michael Jackson or is it Prince? Because I've heard
you
many opinions. I will not
you
tell you mine until I'm ready.
you Lex, you know me. You know that I'm a Michael Jackson. That's my guy. I had Michael Jackson the experience. I dressed up as him one time. I wore the glove, the hat, all of that. But Prince literally made both genders faint. That's rare. That is rare. So, and he also played instruments too. Like he not only like he sung, he danced, but he also played instruments very well too. Um, I listen to a lot more of Michael, but
'Cause I know you said he played instruments, but Michael also played instruments. He just didn't do it live because he was more of a performer. But continue.
yeah,
Uh oh.
I'm gonna stick with Mike. I'm gonna give Prince his respect and all of that, but Mike was Mike was my guy. Okay, Miss Latricia just put it perfectly. Michael was a performer. Prince was an extraordinary musician. You can't compare for real.
There we go. Thank you. I'm glad somebody said it. I still think Mike is better, but still, I'm glad somebody said it. I'm glad somebody.
They and Miss Adrian said they were to be different. They were too different to be compared in her opinion. Okay. This is another one
Uh
by
oh.
Miss Regina Shores. She said shoulder pads and shirts and jackets in the 80s.
So like how they had to have the shoulder pad inside inside their shirts, is that not
Yeah,
shirts, but
like the football shoulder pads. The bulky ones.
don't you do them like that?
I wasn't. That's
No
just
tea,
how the
no
style
shade, y'all.
was.
He didn't mean that. Thank you. I knew some men fainted over MJ as well. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they was fainting left and right. The girls had to go get the EMT, passing people overhead and stuff. I remember all the videos, the
And
experience.
he would just be standing there. That's the thing. He would just be standing there while like the fireworks shimmer down.
And the one girl who got to meet him, and what song was that? There was one. Y'all have to remember the video. I can't remember, but there was one girl who got to meet him up on stage. Oh, she about had a fit. I would have passed out. I'm not gonna lie. If I was in her case, no, there's no way. There is no way.
Oh, she also says Dallas and Dynasty. Um, is that a
Let's find out.
Marseille? Let's find out because
Let's do our research.
that sounds like a clothing brand or a group.
In Dynasty. Come on now.
That low key sounds like a clothing brand, like
Hmm.
Levi's or Wrangler. If that actually is a clothing brand, that's just an educated guess. But we find this out a lot, and then also
Oh, I think it was TV shows. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Dallas
Correct me
and
if I'm wrong in the chat. Is it a TV show?
a TV show. Yep, Nick. Yep, Miss Marion Jackson said
There
TV
we
show.
go. They were comparing. I guess they were against each other. So it was Dallas versus Dynasty. What
Ah,
show was better? I got it. I got
okay,
it. I'm there.
okay. And then Mr. Latrice Jones says we can't leave out Dukes of Hazards. Dukes of
Research.
Research.
Excuse me, y'all. I'm getting schooled.
We loving the Throwback Thursday conversation though, y'all. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Also,
Oh, that's a move. Nope, that's a season. That's a show for many seasons.
Dukes and Hazards. Well, listen, I'm gonna have to check that out.
It's got
It
7 seasons on her
Oh, never
with a
mind.
really nice red car.
Red car.
This red car has a lot to do with a lot of things.
I'm gonna say, but 7 seasons though, that's a lot.
Not that bad. It's not like Grey's Anatomy got like 16, 20 seasons. I'm down for a good long season. Y'all know I will
Mm,
binge something real quick. But
mm.
anyhow, thank y'all so much for doing all that for our Throwback Thursday. That was such a good time. We love talking to y'all. But to get to these
Yes.
national days and Lord Jesus, the inspirational message, we're gonna have a time because you know my alarm's gonna go off in about 5 minutes. So be prepared. So for your national days today, it is National Insurance Nerd Day, National Caviar Day, National Dapper Your Data Day. It is National Sour Candy Day. It is National Perfect Family, and we all know there's no such thing because if your family is perfect, put me on. What do y'all be doing to make your family so perfect? If your family's not crazy, I therefore say it's not. Mm-mm, no. And then it is World Listening Day.
World Listening Day.
So take a listen. You could take a listen to some music from the 80s. Oops.
Oh,
Oops.
okay.
No
All
tea,
right.
no shade.
Okay. And I also heard of a sour candy day. So, what's your favorite sour candy if you do eat sour candy?
I don't eat sour candy. I don't eat candy, period, like that. But sour
Uh,
candy, oh boy. I like the ropes, like the long like rainbow ropes that like
the
the
air,
huh?
the airhead strips.
No, no, like you get them at the movies and it'd be like the long um like a flat rope and it's like rainbow and it's got the sugar coat all over it. Is
That's
that what they're
literally
called?
yes. They're called the extreme airheads. That's literally what they're called.
Oh, see, therefore proves my point further. I don't eat candy like that. Therefore, I stay. Me and candy stay out of the way. Like I have my favorites, but
Yeah.
mm-mm.
I feel like for me, mine would probably be Sour Patch Kids. It has to be the watermelon kind.
Oh no,
Man,
oh no, not no watermelon. I love my watermelon, but no, not in can't. Oh Lord, that'll make me upset. Mm-mm.
you
No
have
judgment.
tried
To each
it?
his own. To each his own. But no, no Lord, no Lord.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. They're also saying, they're talking about Miss Adrian's they're still talking about the 80s. Miss Adrian says Fantasy Island and Love Boat. I feel like I've heard of Love Boat before.
The love boat. Yeah, I was talking about.
Um
I'm there.
Miss Latrice says the Dukes of Hazzard's car had a Confederate flag on the hood. Oh,
And I didn't peep
okay.
that. I just saw the pretty red car.
Oh,
Let's go back and look. Let us review.
okay. Miss Kim Emerson says Sour Patch Kids. Okay. See? You can't go wrong with some Sour Patch Kids.
She wasn't wrong. Oh, good Lord. I just peeped that.
Oh,
Oops.
within 8 years old, I guess.
Oopsies.
Hey, learn something new every day.
Sure do.
But okay. Thank you, Lexi, for those national days and for the historical facts about the 80s. Let's get right into the inspirational message,
So,
which is,
for those who take notes, please get your Bibles and turn to pages.
or
turn,
if you have them on the phone, go ahead
or
and.
if you're on the phone, or if you're on the phone. Isaiah, this one goes out to you actually, because it's
Oh,
Isaiah chapter 43, verses 18 and 19.
okay.
Come on now. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing.
Mm,
Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Come on, Isaiah chapter 43, verses 18 and 19. Today we'll talk about persevering through your past.
ooh,
Amen,
come on
church.
now. Come on
Amen,
now.
church. Persevering through your past. So, a lot of us, I think, not a lot of us, let me say, people in general have the tendency to get caught up over their past. And I think that was a new thing. See, Latrice, don't she caught it a new thing? We have a tendency to get caught up over our past. And so we're not ready to step into what God is asking us to do, what He's asking His children to do. And if anything, He said not only to believe, but to obey His word. So I need to obey His word. In order for me to do that, I need to let go of all things old and let in all things new.
Mm,
So you got to persevere through your past. Let all things new come into your life. It is unnecessary to be holding on to that old nook or boo boo, that old relationship that you know God didn't call you to have. Step out of it. That old mindset. For some of y'all, maybe your old job. I don't know. I don't know your situation, but let all things new. So we got to get rid of the old, because God's like, I need you to do this for me, but I can't let you do this until you let Him go. I can't
mm,
let you do this until you let her go. I can't let
mm.
you do this until you let that emotion and that mindset go. So until I can't let you do it. You're stuck in a depression or anxiety. I'm ready for you to be the top. I'm ready for you to lead the leader of nations. Oops, see, y'all know. Here we go.
Come on.
Even the
Hey.
phone got the message. The phone caught it. They caught the message. Y'all gonna catch on your way home.
Yep,
It's
they
something different.
will.
I tell you. God's ready to do so much more, and you're sitting here stuck in an old mindset. So
Mm.
I encourage you, if anything today, to step into your new thing. Step into your great thing, step into your new thing. That's all I gotta say about it, because I'll get caught up and I also have to go. So
All right. Step into your new thing. Let go of what is in the past because God's calling you to a higher purpose. So thank you for that.
sometimes that gotta mean persevering through certain situations too. I'm sorry. I'll get caught up.
Mm,
I'll get caught up.
mm.
I'll get caught up. I won't let
Let
it go.
that
We'll be here till 8:30. Don't let me get caught up. I'm gonna sit down somewhere.
and I think
Isaiah, you
Rafiki
got to
said it.
take it, because if I keep talking, it won't be
I
good.
know. I'm gonna quote the Lion King on this because I'm pretty sure my main guy, the OG Rafiki, said it best. It doesn't matter. It's in the past, and the past can hurt, but you can either learn from it or run from it. I'm gonna just leave that right there.
Yep, yep,
Mm,
yep. That's it. That's it. I tell you, you got to push through. There are some people are on their way to a new thing, but God, there is a test and a trial that you're going to have to persevere through in order to do what God needs you to do. In order to receive what God has for you, you can't have
mm.
a you can't have a testimony without a test. So therefore, you need to persevere through that pain. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
You
ooh.
can't
It's,
have a testimony without a test. I need somebody to put that in the chat right now. You can't have a testimony without a test.
you can't have a
We
testimony without a test. You
we
can't.
need that on the shirt. We need pray and vote on the shirt. We just need that.
But I'm listen. I'm just dropping little gems. God, I just let God do His thing. He's like, talk about this, and I speak.
Miss Latrice says I was just typing Rafiki. I said it's my
Y'all be on the same wavelength. Y'all caught it
listen.
right there. It was right there.
You know what? The past can hurt, but you can either learn from it or run from it. And it as long as you remember that he lives in you. Let's just
Remember
go
who
ahead.
you are and whose you are. This is the last thing I'll say. Is the last thing I'll say. As you walk through this path called life, do it with such an impact that it takes people coming together to do what you have done. In all of this, don't lose yourself in the mindsets of those who are like dandelions. Catch it with two hands, for they
Mm,
only have the energy to spread what they've chosen to know, yet lack the courage to grow into what could be.
mm.
That's it. I'm
We
done.
gotta go.
We
We
gotta
gotta
go.
go. We we gonna be here. The organ gonna start playing. Come on. We got to go.
I'll start a pick up a 1-2 step. I'll be mountain with daddy. I'll just thank you fit. If you know, you know.
Mm,
I'll have a thank you fit. Mm-mm.
come on. But we appreciate y'all for tuning in for Throwback Thursday for throughout this week for the Throwback Thursdays, the Well Spoken Wednesdays, Talk About It Tuesdays. Thank you all for the support. We will be back hopefully next week. If not next week, then the week after next. For more Young People Take Over.
Stay tuned on our Facebook and YouTube. We will let you know. I promise. We
Yes,
will let you
we will let you know via updates through Facebook and YouTube. But I'm Isaiah Jones. With me as always, Lexi Williams. We are the Young People Takeover. We love y'all. Have a blessed day. Be well.
Deuce in motion.